Hey everybody, it's Poncho again, bringing you the latest and arguably greatest, maybe, PS Vita coverage on YouTube right now. Before we dive into anything, I just want to go ahead and give two huge shoutouts to some other fellow YouTubers that do PS Vita coverage as well. The first is OmniOB. This guy is great. He actually physically buys pretty much every single title that the PS Vita is coming out right now, and he does unboxings for them. He does gameplay reviews and stuff like that. He's just really fun to watch. He has a lot of great videos. The second one is SkyGene22. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Another fellow YouTuber that does PS Vita coverage. He's really easy to listen to. He's really down to earth the way he conducts his videos. He just puts a camera out, talks, and it just works. He also does these vlogs where he goes over you know, how the Vita is doing in Japan and all sorts of stuff like this. Really good YouTuber to watch for a lot of information. As always, you guys can skip around the video to see what you want. I put the time links at the bottom, and as always, as it's getting really popular, people are always interested in my wallpapers, so here we go. The lock screen is Skyrim, of course, arguably one of the greatest games ever made. Doing a kill, the guy's head is off, all that good stuff. Go ahead and flip the page down, and as always, it's the habit. Beautiful woman on the first page. Second page, we got a Pokemon wallpaper, opening scene from the original Red, Blue, and Green. Always awesome to have a Pokemon wallpaper on your system. Second, we got a wallpaper from Batman Arkham City, another great game that I hope everybody is getting a chance to play. Third, we got another Pokemon wallpaper. We got everybody from the first generation. We got Red, we got Brock, we got Gary, we got Lieutenant Surge. All these good people with their respective Pokemon going on in the background. Really awesome. And last but not least, we got a really cool picture of some really huge buff guy with some chains, and he has a huge axe. Can't really remember what game this is from, if it's from a game at all, but it's really neat. So, going ahead, diving into the meat of the video, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the browser. Now, a lot of people have been talking about the browser. There's been it's been catching a lot of flack lately for just being slow and doesn't load Flash files or HTML5 and blah blah blah. Let me go ahead and say this. The system just came out, everybody. I really wasn't expecting HTML5 or even Flash out of the box, especially with the Japanese release. The worldwide release isn't until late February, so I imagine people primarily want Flash for YouTube capability, but it has been stated that YouTube will be available on global launch, so we can go ahead and look forward to that. It'll probably come, most likely, in its own separate app, just like, I think Nico is what it's called in Japan, the YouTube equivalent for Japan. But it'll probably be in its own app, won't really coincide with the browser at all. But I just want to say that the browser is acceptable for whatever you want to do. You want to go and quickly check your Facebook, or you want to get on your Tumblr, or, you know, stuff like that. It works, you know, it's your basic web browser. Pretty much, if you know your way around the web browser for the PS3, you know your way around the web browser for the PSV. If you know your way around a web browser on your computer, you know your way around the web browser on the PS Vita. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So now that we got that out of the way, I just want to go ahead and quickly jump into a few regularly often visited websites, give you guys a quick view on how it loads pages. So let's go ahead and start it. Alright, and here we go. As soon as you jump in, you'll notice a few select buttons on the side. Let me go ahead and focus in, see if I can get a brighter angle. That doesn't even make sense. Here you have your basic back and forward buttons. You can open this right here to see the pages that you have open. You can go ahead and exit out of that right there. You can use this to search. Pretty straightforward. And this is your favorites taskbar. And from down here you have your settings. Add your bookmark, your settings as well. Allow cookies, enable JavaScript, delete cookies, security. You know, it's all here, everybody. We got a full house of features. Not really. But as always, you can go ahead and tap in the field. You can go ahead and search me real quick. We're going to search on my actual name, see what pops up. You guys ever Google your own name just to see what comes up? Pretty interesting. Okay, wow, my MySpace came up. Man, that's old. My Ustream, Xbox, oh man, okay. Well, anyway, that's as you can see, loads relatively fast. Let's go ahead and open up Facebook real quick. Everybody's getting on Facebook nowadays. But this is pretty much how it loads Facebook, and coincidentally my good friend Brandy Thrash, she has the new timeline as her profile. So you can see how that works. Now, something I do want to point out with the Vita, when handling really kind of heavy websites, it does take a while for it to fully load. And when it is loading, you get this weird checkerboard thing going on. It should be seamless, ladies and gentlemen. If you've ever browsed the web on any smartphone, especially an iPhone, it's really seamless on that. But this web browser just isn't really keeping up to that. And you would think on a device as powerful as the PlayStation Vita, it should be able to do that with no problem. Like I said earlier, it is relatively early in the system's life, so the only direction to go is up. And just like other smartphones, you can always pinch to zoom. Works pretty well. Usually you have to pinch to zoom to get to smaller links to be able to click them. So let's go ahead and click on the Facebook link and see how it handles your timeline. Like I said, loads relatively fast. You got that weird checkerboard thing, but you know, as long as you have patience, that's it. But of course, if you're browsing the internet from your PS Vita, then you better have nothing but patience, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't know why you wouldn't just get on your computer or your smartphone. But that's how it loads Facebook. Next, let's see how it loads. What do we got here? Let's see how it loads Tumblr. Tumblr's getting pretty popular. Everybody's got a Tumblr now. At least a lot of kids that you really don't want to have Tumblrs now. But this is my Tumblr, ladies and gentlemen. Super Saiyan Swagger. If you got a Tumblr, go ahead and follow me. I post a lot of cool stuff, including my PS Vita coverage as well. Tumblr loads relatively fast, pretty much just like Facebook. But the thing about my Tumblr is I have a ton of gifs and a ton of YouTube links and all sorts of stuff like that. So it is having a little bit of trouble loading my Tumblr because it has a lot going on. But as you can see, the PS Vita does handle GIFs relatively well. I have a whole GIF set right here, and it's pretty much just pumping it out, you know, no hiccups or anything. If you view Tumblr on some smartphones, like the iPhone especially, in the Safari app, it takes a little while to load GIFs, but the PS Vita is able to do it with little to no stress at all. Oh, except for that, you know, speak of the devil. Anyway, so, now, a lot of people have been asking about this feature. How does the PS Vita handle direct links to media? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, how does the PS Vita handle direct links to MP3 files, or how does it handle direct links to, you know, MP4 files or images? Now, I have a treat for you, ladies and gentlemen. I have made a post, PS Vita Media Test, as you can see right here, and I have provided links to an MP4 file, an MP3 file, and an image file. And good news, everybody, once you click on the link, it opens up the new page, and it actually asks you if you would like to save said content. Once you save, it will go into your notification center, just like it would if you're doing anything in the PSN store. Let's go ahead and go back, see how it handles an MP3. Exactly the same. Now, most of you know what this means, but to those of you who do not know what it means, that means that you can actually get on the web browser, and as you can see, it's finished right here. What that means is you can actually get on your PS Vita web browser, and as long as you have a direct link to videos or sounds or music and even images. Let's go ahead and open up this image right now. Oh, well, apparently my hosting was taking off that image. Anyway, but let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so here we have an image right here. You can hold it, open it in a new window, and save the image, just like that. Now, as I was saying before, for those of you who don't know what this means, you can essentially get on the browser. You can, and as long as you have a direct link to the media, it will, let me go ahead and open up the notification center. It will download it to your PS Vita, and it will work accordingly with the application. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the video application. and look for the video that we just downloaded. And just like that, it works. And this was a feature that I wasn't really expecting Sony to put in, but I want to say that I am actually very pleasantly surprised. Say that you went ahead and you were running late, you left your house, and you wanted to get a song on your MP3 player, or you wanted to watch a video. You can actually go online, and as long as you have a direct link to that media, you can go ahead and get it while you're on the road. So let's go ahead and jump into the music app and see the music file that we just downloaded. Music. Start. Here we go. And here is the song that I just downloaded. And it works. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I can say it 1,000 times differently, but it all pretty much just boils down to the fact that it works. And last but not least, let's go to Photos, the album, and all. And here we go. Just like that. Oh man, that's really bright. I'm really sorry for that. Let me go and focus in on it. Yeah, girl saying, I think we need to break up. Guy saying, I want to break down. Hilarious. Totally. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it for the web browser. A lot of people have been asking about it, and I went ahead and delivered. And while I was delivering, I found out that you can download stuff straight to it. And coincidentally, when I found out that you could download music straight to it, I got a tweet from the guy I gave a shout out to earlier, SkyGene22, that he found out about it pretty much at the exact same time I did. It's a strange coincidence. Anyway, as always, everybody, you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter. You can actually follow me on Tumblr, as you saw in this video. You can find me on the PlayStation Network, and you can ask me any questions you like. Don't be shy, everybody. If you don't want to follow me on any of those networks, go ahead and leave a comment below. Easy as pie. Send me a message if you want. If you're a stalker and you got the skills, find me on Facebook. As always, everybody, stay safe, stay classy, and stay based.